Hello, this is Mr. Chabry, and I've got another narrated Pokemon battle for you. So this is Mr. Blackboy, aka Rex, and I've got a pretty interesting team that I really like. I've got Galvantula on this team, I've got my favorite Mega on this team, and I do have Xurkitree. So looking at my opponent's team, he does have Tapu Koko, Tapu Bulu. Those are pretty powerful Pokemon. He does have Sableye, so I'll have to keep that in mind, and he does have this Magcargo. So starting off the battle, what I want to do is just get some damage on this Magcargo. I know some Magcargos have Shell Smash, and I don't want this Magcargo to get a free Shell Smash. So I just go for Thunder to put some damage on it, as this Magcargo actually goes for Flamethrower instead. So looking at that, I'm in an okay position. I do have the Focus Sash, and luckily I don't get burned, so I have another turn with my Galvantula. So here, what I'm going to do is use this as an opportunity to get some sticky webs up. I know this person has a Rapid Spinner and the Donphan, but getting some sticky webs up will probably help out in the long run. Plus, I do have Greninja that I can bring in after my Galvantula goes down. So I just sack off the Galvantula. It's done its job. It's got sticky webs. I know my opponent does have Donphan, who probably does have Rapid Spin, but I'm okay with that as long as I can get some damage. Plus, bringing in Greninja here prevents my opponent from bringing in Donphan after this Magcargo goes down. So that works out for me. Plus, it gives me the opportunity to get my Ash Greninja here. Ash Greninja, like I said in previous videos, is a really good Pokemon. It's really powerful, has really high special attack, and really high speed. So we have taken out that Magcargo. We don't have to worry about it bringing Stealth Rocks, though he does have the Donphan that could have Stealth Rocks as well. So now my opponent's going to bring in Tapu Bulu, and I don't want to stay in. My Ash Greninja is Choice Specs, and it is locked into Hydro Pump. So I'm not staying in on this thing. I'm going to actually go with Scizor here. Scizor can take anything this thing wants to go for, as he goes for the Leech Seed, but he actually misses, so that's actually really good for me. Unfortunately, now my opponent's going to use this as an opportunity to bring in the Donphan, and that's very unfortunate for me because this Pokemon can pretty safely go for a Rapid Spin. I'm just going to Mega Evolve here. And looking back, I think I probably should have just went for U-turn. That way I could have brought Greninja back in, threatened this Donphan. But I actually go for Swords Dance here. I think that was probably a misplay on my part. I should have just U-turned out, brought Greninja back in, and put some pressure onto this Donphan. But unfortunately, now the Donphan's safely going to be able to go for Rapid Spin, get rid of the sticky web I've got up, and probably set up Stealth Rocks of his own. So now what I'm going to do is bring in Tangrowth. Tangrowth can take any hit this thing wants to go for, as he does get a crit on Rapid Spin, but that's not going to matter that much. So now we're going to get some more health back from the grassy terrain, and my opponent does have the leftovers. So yeah, the Donphan's going to have some more health. But what I'm going to do now, I do have the grassy terrain up. I'm just going to go for the Giga Drain, and that will be boosted from this grassy terrain, and that will take out the Donphan. So luckily for me, I get rid of this Donphan before it has a chance to set up Stealth Rocks on me. I was kind of nervous about that, and I'm glad I got rid of it. So now my opponent's going to bring in the Araquanid. I'm not totally sure on what this Araquanid wants to do, so what I want to do is just go for a knockoff, get rid of its item. It ends up having leftovers, and it's going to go for Infestation. So now Tangrowth is stuck out here. It's stuck out here in front of this Araquanid that's going to be able to do a lot of damage with its bug-type moves. So unfortunately, our Tangrowth is going to take some damage from the Infestation, from whatever this thing wants to go for, and we're going to lose the grassy terrain. So now Giga Drain is not going to be powered up by the terrain. So that's kind of unfortunate. It would have been nice to get a much more stronger Giga Drain on this thing so we can get some more health back. But it's just going to go for Leech Life and get some of its own health back. We do have the Regenerator ability, and if we can break out of the Infestation, we can switch out and get some more health back. But looking at this, I think Tangrowth doesn't have much longer in this battle, because it's slowly being whittled away by the Infestation and the Leech Life, and Giga Drain's not doing enough for this thing. So I'm in a bad position here. Leech Life slowly whittling it down, Infestation whittling it down, and yeah, after another Infestation my Tangrowth will be gone. So this is very unfortunate. My physical wall is now no more. But, I mean, Tangrowth did its best. It brought this thing down low. And what I'm going to do now is bring in my Xurkitree to revenge kill this thing. So I'm just going to bring it in, and he just goes into his Tapu Koko. I don't have to worry about his ground type anymore because he does not have the Donphan. So I'm just going to go ahead, go for the Thunderbolt. I knew he probably could bring this out if he wanted to, but yeah, Tapu Koko's not going to take a Thunderbolt very well from a Xurkitree who has sky-high special attack, plus the electric terrain is boosting my electric moves. So that's really nice. Xurkitree is a really good Pokemon. This is a Choice Scarfed Xurkitree too, and that's why it outsped the Tapu Koko. So now my opponent's going to bring in the Tapu Bulu as something to try to take care of this Xurkitree that is running havoc here. And what I'm going to do is swap out now. I have Salamence. Salamence can take any grass-type move this thing wants to go for, as it actually just goes for the Leech Seed here. So now this Tapu Bulu is going to get some more health back, even though I haven't done anything to it. So I'm looking at this thing. It is at full health, and what I want to do is just go ahead, go for my Z move, which if you've watched any of my past battles where I use the Salamence, you know it's the Supersonic Sky Strike. It's a really good Z move. It hits really hard. There's not that much that actually resists flying, so that's what we're going to do here. Go for that, and it will take out this Tapu Bulu. So yeah, this is going to devastate this poor little bull thing floating here. And that will give my Salamence a nice Moxie boost as well. It would have been nice if we went for Dragon Dance, but I don't know what that Tapu Bulu had in terms of attacks. So I don't know if it had something to handle the Salamence, so that's why I just went ahead and attacked it. So now my opponent's going to bring out the Sableye, which ends up being his Mega. So Mega Sableye is a pretty interesting Pokemon. It has Magic Bounce as its ability, and I'm just going to lock myself into Outrage, because I know he doesn't have any more Fairy types, so I can just hit as hard as I can. I am at +1, and it does quite a bit to this Mega Sableye. He just goes for a Calm Mind, which isn't really going to matter, because another Outrage will kill off this Sableye, even after the recovery from the Leech Seed and from the grassy terrain. So we're in a really good position. Another Outrage will kill the Mega Sableye. So yeah, that's what's going to happen now. Mega Sableye goes down. It didn't really get to do much, but it's a Pokemon that I'd like to try out sometime. So now my Salamence is at +2. The Moxie boost is really boosting it up, and my opponent's last Pokemon is this Araquanid. And Araquanid is not taking a +2 Outrage from Salamence. So here the Araquanid will go down, and we've got ourselves a victory. So if you like this, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you in the next battle video.